Мы приглашаем вас, членов Московского Юнгианского общества и ваших юнгианских коллег в Индию. Это путешествие в подобный сновидению мир Индии было когда-то предпринято Карлом Юнгом в 1937-38 годах, где он оставался 3 месяца. Индия символизирует потерянный континент души для западной психики. Здесь эго западного индивидуума встречается со своей душой. Мифы и архетипы витают в воздухе и пульсируют с каждым вдохом и с каждым выдохом вашим. Индия имеет потенциал ввести нас в созвучие с нашей собственной тайной и нашей собственной глубиной и наполнить вас тайной. Индия является живым символом, который указывает нам путь за пределы своего маленького «я», с которым мы себя отождествляем, и предлагает нам трансцендировать его. И путь индивидуации является целью индуизма. Индуизм фокусирует свое внимание на то, как наша душа вступает во взаимодействие с духом, атман с брахманом. Джайнизм и одна из традиций, которая предшествовала буддизму и буддизму, фокусирует свое внимание на слиянии души с брахманом. Эти традиции индивидуации выходят за пределы таинства западных традиций и вводят нас в таинство восточных традиций.
Which further embodies the process in the lived and the felt experiences of the participants. It is my hope that your participation will deepen this dialogue between the East and the West. The group that we will assemble will discuss these issues to amplify the subtleties of these levels of discussions into the mystery of individuation processes as looked at the lens of different cultures. What does it mean to individuate for a Judaic Christian, or for a Catholic, or a Hindu, or a Buddhist, or a Jain individual? This dialogue will be very enriching for all of us, and I look forward to your participation. We'll explore the mysteries of individuation in India in context of Christianity. When St. Thomas came to India in 1602 AD, Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism that Mahatma Gandhi followed, and other traditions of India, including Islam, with a Jungian lens. In preparation for this encounter with the East, I will suggest to you some reading material and some movies from Bollywood, which I'm sure some of you are familiar with, including the famous Raj Kapoor, Sri 420, Avara, and of course, other reading materials which will help you immerse yourself into the psyche and soul of India before you participate in this tour. When you are in India, I will encourage you to archive your dreams, your impressions, and reflect on these in your journal. With this majestic, dreamy backdrop of South India, we will explore the archetypal and analytical dimension of the Indian psyche. Of course, as you know, we will explore the basic Jungian concepts with the Indian lens. We will certainly explore in great detail Jung's own impressions about India. We will explore, if time permits, the yoga basics, the Eastern healing paradigms of body and soul, including the basic tenets of Ayurveda. We will discuss, of course, the basic Hinduism, the basic Buddhism, and the basic Jainism, the 3 great traditions of India. Time permitting, we will explore the Hindu trinity of the creator, Lord Brahma, with his consort Saraswati, will explore the archetype of preservation of the cosmic order by Vishnu and his own consort Lakshmi, the goddess of peace, prosperity and plenty. Will explore the archetype of destruction with Shiva, the great destroyer, who is moderated and tempered by his anima, goddess Shakti. This everlasting cycle of creation, consolidation, destruction and recreation is the Indian archetype of the alchemic process of gradual dissolution, moving to higher and higher levels of connuktio till we reach the old soul, the maturation which makes our Atman, our individual soul, worthy of permanent merger and transcend and become part of the primal spirit, the Brahmana. So these are things that we will encounter. Of course, the most important part will be exploring Jung's own impressions of India and how they bear out in contemporary India with his secular ethics. Jung mentioned, for example, is it possible that India is the real world and the white man lives in a madhouse of abstractions? Life in India, he says, has not withdrawn into the capsule of the head. It is the whole body that lives. Islam, he thought, was somehow a superior, more spiritual and a more advanced religion. We'll explore what was Jung's context of this particular observation. Of course, the Buddhist teachings, he thought, were essentially the distillate of Indian psychology. They are as much a secret of India as Taj Mahal is the secret arrows of Islam. Buddha, though forgotten on the surface, is still the secret breath of life in modern India and Hinduism. The impression of the softness that the India and Hindu conveys point to the predominance of the feminine in the Indian psyche. Buddha is said to be the redeemer and the teacher of gods, not the denier, as some of us would believe, according to Jung. In India, Jung said that the primitive and the civilized aspects coexist without a split. Indian spirituality in India contains as much evil as good. The Christian strives for good and succumbs to the evil. The Indian feels himself to be outside of good and evil. In other words, whole and complete. So the goal in India is not moral perfection, but freedom from the karma or the opposites, which is in one way saying individuation, freedom from ego and the complexes. Christ and Buddha are the images of the self. And of course, yoga was something that Jung was extremely ambivalent about, although he used it extensively, or at least to some degree, during his own encounter with the unconscious, as is evidenced in the Red Book, Liber Novus. So here is the whole idea of India and Jung's lens and Jungian lens with which we will examine it and mix it up with the modern information from the neurosciences. I'm glad you, Alex, and your friends have decided to join me and your colleagues in a Jungian encounter with the soul of India. Welcome, and I look forward to meeting with each and every one of you in the dreamlike place, phenomenon, entity called India. Welcome.